Alright, so basically I'm going to make an Ultra Ego Vegeta animation based off his transformation in the manga. And what better way to start than to redraw the shots that I'll be using. As promised, I'm going to be continuing on my... I'm going to be starting my, the Ultra Ego Vegeta animation that I said about a month ago I was going to do. It'll probably be a little over a month ago. I feel a little bad coming back after a month with nothing. I mean, long story short, I moved house, and as soon as I started to get settled in, I got sick. I didn't want to record while I was sick, and it has nothing to do with like energy levels or anything like that. Basically, I sound real stupid, and I was like annoying. I don't want to record while I sounded stupid. So anyways, a month later, I'm finally here. Alright, look, I thought I'd stick with this just to see if it'll like work out in the end, but it's obviously not. Like that. There we go. Actually, I need to fix that. Let me just... This is, bro, I'm not gonna lie, the, man, shut up. Maybe if I draw the face first. I think we are off to a terrible start. Okay. Right, I fixed the eye shape. I think if I just, there you go, do that, and do, say, something like this, I should start, like, drawing his mouth now. This mouth looks goofy as hell. Actually, you know what? This one, easily the best attempt. Alright, now we got the rest of the body. Actually, I almost forgot these. You know, these make him look like he's actually angry and like trying to do something. Especially if you had these ones here. Nose crunches, there you go. Actually, even like some over here too. Pretty sure there's like two more. There's like some that go up here like this. Some go up here like this. And the veins, I forgot about the veins. I'm gonna have like massive veins. Okay, relax. I feel like I've spent so long on just this one frame. We're at least gonna get some animation in before we end this episode, don't worry. Why on this planet Earth does he keep looking like he's facing sideways? I mean facing like straight, like forwards, like towards the camera, when his head is facing this way. Alright, I don't want to jinx it, but I actually think we're making ground. Actually, what if I shrink this, like the whole thing? So that way I have just a little more room to add like his arms and all that. That actually went a lot smoother than I thought it would. Alright, now because of all the shrinking and resizing, there's like very blurry lines here, so I think I need to go over this one more time. Look at that. Top 5 Dragon Ball images of all time on this channel. Oh, and by the way, yes, I did add these little thingamajiggies. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. Just gonna scribble. No, hell no. Yep. Alright. They're like the same length. Why does the right leg look so... like, why does it look like he's hitting some stupid ass dance move? And there you go. Wait, bring his elbows in a little bit. That one change literally came in clutch. Holy shit. Ooh, actually, hold up. Let's maybe fix this. There we go. I would try and include the face too, but I mean, it's gonna look like... it's gonna look like that. I don't see any point in adding a face because you're barely even gonna see it. Unless it's still worth adding it. I don't know. You know what, yeah, I'll leave that. There's not really much room for transition here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my own little thing here. You know, I'm only just realizing now how strange that looked. That looked like a dip, but now that we've established that that isn't one, let's... and basically the ground is gonna, like, break beneath his feet. Just to kind of show that something's happening, you know what I mean? I mean, those don't really look like rocks, but I hope you get the gist. Let's actually just clean this up a little bit. This is not meant to look so weird. I don't know why. The foot area of his shoe is kind of shaped like a... what if instead we went like that? There we go. That's a little more foot shaped, no? Alright, basically add all this. Does that still look weird? So here's what I ended up with. Now compared to this, I'll take this any day of the week. Now watching this back, the only thing that really can be moving right now is the hair, but it still looks just a little too static. So I have a little bit of a strange idea, and it's basically to redraw all of this, explaining why it takes a little too long, so I might actually just have to do it and show you. It's either going to look really cool or it's going to suck so bad. I mean, it hasn't exactly made the biggest difference, but it's there, it's doing something, I think. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to basically copy this and make it larger. My reason being, when the terrain breaks, it's supposed to look like the leg or like the foot is like sinking into the ground that's like breaking underneath his foot. But if I try to do that from here, right, and the foot's like, say, like down here, I feel like it's going to get to a point where I'm probably going to have to start drawing Vegeta's ball sack because of like the perspective and like the thing, you know what I mean? And I'd just rather not. So instead I kind of have like a bigger one here, and then boom, it can go down like that. Alright, a couple redraws and a smear frame later, we have this. It looks a little boring without all the rocks breaking underneath it. So I think at first, the ground should just look very simple. Kind of like that. So that way when it finally does break, you know, the crazier the difference, the better it's gonna look. At least that is what I believe anyways. Alright, this is actually looking terrible. Need to actually do something. What the f... Alright, what would a rock look like being... Yes. You know what, actually I imagine, like, around his feet like this wouldn't look all that crazy. I think, there we go, and then we can add all these shadows. Alright, don't get me wrong, it doesn't look terrible, but it looks like paper, and I legitimately don't know how to change that. Okay, that actually kind of made it better. Now hopefully the rest shouldn't be too hard. And I think it might help if I just don't make it look like paper, but just mainly as long as I follow the same kind of pattern, then we should be good. Alright, now this is basically going to be the endpoint. Now hopefully because I've drawn the beginning and the endpoint, it should be very easy to just draw the in-between frames. So my initial plan was to add lightning, right? But the thing is, I don't think Ultra Ego has lightning. I think Ultra Ego is more about flames. Yeah, maybe something like that. Now the only issue with this is I don't exactly know what to do with this in terms of like animation. Like, do I have it go up like this, or have the aura kind of like this, like very close to him, but then just constantly have it flow like this? I don't know, I'll come back to this, but what I will do is add this cool little flamey style aura in this frame, but then I also got to make it like build up here. Then the cool part is that once it's fully engulfed like this, I'm going to add like these very cool shiny parts. Now all this is going to transition into this shot, which isn't done yet. That's a discussion for a whole nother day.